Gentleman from Missouri.
Reserve the balance of my time, Mr. Chairman.
The gentleman from Oregon.
Reserve the balance of my time.
The gentlewoman from New York.
Mr. Chairman, I yield to the gentle lady from Pennsylvania, Ms. Schwartz, 2 minutes.
The gentlewoman from Pennsylvania is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. I rise today in support of Enhancing Small Business Research and Innovation Act. Ingenuity and innovation are key to the U.S. economy. In Pennsylvania, the bioscience industry employs more than 77,000 people in good-paying jobs. The industry develops life-saving pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, and devices that are important here at home and around the world. In order to develop these important technologies, these companies need access to early capital to move their products from the research phase into commercial development. Small business programs, particularly SBIR and STTR programs, are important tools for our country's entrepreneurs to bring their ideas to market. However, under rules established by the previous administration, companies with large investments from venture capital were ineligible to participate in the SBIR program. This ruling created an unfortunate situation where companies had to choose between utilizing these federal business incubator resources or raising essential venture capital investment, both important to growing their business. The bill before us today overturns this prior policy and enables Pennsylvania and bioscience companies and companies around the country to utilize these important federal resources and seek that private investment capital. Former Congressman from Pennsylvania, Jim Greenwood, and now President of the Biotech Industry Organization, has said that this bill will help to ensure that small U.S. biotech companies have increased access to capital for cutting-edge early-stage research. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation that will create jobs and keep American technology competitive in this global economy. And I yield back.
The gentleman from Missouri.
I'd yield back, Mr. Chairman, the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Missouri yields back the balance of
I'd just
his
like
time.
can I close real quick? Do I close first? Mr. Chairman, I just simply want to urge my colleagues to support the bill. I'd yield back. We don't have any more.
Gentleman from Oregon.
Mr. Chairman, I yield myself such time as I may consume.
Gentleman's recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I want to recognize the staff who had put many hard years of work into this legislation. On the Science Committee staff, I always say that you don't have to be a rocket scientist to serve on the Science Committee, but you do have to be a rocket scientist to staff the Science Committee. I'd like to recognize the good work of Mike Queer, and on my staff, Dennis Warden. What the bill that they have crafted is fundamentally about jobs. It is about turning research into new products, new services, but most importantly, good high-wage jobs that tend not to go away. This is a 25-year-old plus program that has worked, and we are here today making improvements. We're making the program more flexible by permitting cross-agency awards. We're permitting awardees to skip Phase 1 and go straight to a Phase 2 award if they have done that development work with private money. We're collecting data because there's a dearth of data currently, data that will help us target this program even better in future reauthorizations. And for the first time in 5 years, we're going back to the prior rule, the pre-existing rule that was there for 20 years of permitting venture capitalists to participate more broadly in the program, but with carefully crafted restrictions. This program remains the exclusive domain of small businesses, those businesses with 500 or fewer employees. It is the kind of bill that has brought together a bipartisan consensus because we need it now more than ever under our economic circumstances. But this is the kind of legislation that we should be working on all the time that turns research into new products, new services, and new jobs. I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back the balance of his time. The gentlewoman from New York.
Mr. Chairman, I yield myself the balance of my time.
Gentlewoman's recognized.
Mr. Chairman, today we have an opportunity to invest in the two greatest sources of economic growth, entrepreneurship and innovation. We know that small firms create roughly 70% of all new jobs, and we recognize that new markets are the surest path to prosperity. So it only makes sense to strengthen small business innovation. H.R. 2965 does exactly that. This is a bipartisan bill, one that could not have been drafted without contributions from my colleagues, Mr. Gray, Mr. Schock, Ms. Halverson, Mr. Bry, Mr. Nye, and most importantly, the bill sponsor, Mr. Ohlmeyer. Also, the Science and Technology, both chairman and ranking member, and the subcommittee chairman, Mr. David Wood, and the ranking member. And especially I want to say thank you to the staff from both committees who have worked so diligently in working in a bipartisan manner. This legislation has the support of 60 different organizations, including the U.S. Women's Chamber of Commerce, the Advanced Medical Technology Association, and the Biotechnology Industry Organization. The SBIR and STTR programs are critical small business resources. They help 1,500 firms get off the ground every year. And in the past, we have sparked breakthroughs in everything from antivirus software to defense technology. Clearly, these programs hold enormous value. Even so, they haven't been modernized in over 8 years and are in sore need of enhancement. In improving SBIR and STTR, we're going to increase efficiency, expand the small business talent pool, and boost commercialization. Meanwhile, we are also going to give entrepreneurs more options for funding their ventures. Taken together, these measures will do more than spark invention. They will help small firms market new products, open new industries, and put more Americans back to work. I will urge my colleagues to support this bill, and I yield back the balance of my time.